Hi everyone, this is a quick video about the offset account and how to use it in your investigation. So I'm just referring to the Hazy textbook here at the moment, and I am looking at page 224. Now there is two options, so method 1 and method 2 that you can use, and a lot of you have got method 1 down pat, which is really good, and it's very similar to the lump sum. So if you look at what we've got here with Hazy, we've got the example. If you read this example, what's happening here is we've got this loan. They have an average of $10,000 in the offset account. They say average because your offset account can fluctuate. So we go for an average amount. So you should be stating that. And that money is going to go in for the entire term of the loan. So having $10,000 in the offset account is the same as borrowing $10,000 less. So that the $10,000 sits in the offset. You are officially borrowing this, but you're earning interest on the difference, $290,000. So all you need to do here is really change your PV over to $290,000. And I know a lot of you have gone, hey, let's do this 3 years into the loan. So the first thing you might have done is you've worked out the future value after 3 years of this amount, of the original amount, worked out that future value, then subtracted the $10,000 and used that as your new PV, and worked out when the FV is 0, the time taken, and you can do your calculations. Now you guys are quite good at that one. The second one that's a little bit more challenging is method 2. Now method 2 is when we use the offset for just a short period of time. Say we've got this money, came in, we got this tax return of 10 grand, or we sold something, or we just have this large amount of money for some reason, a bonus, or we got paid out, or we've been made redundant, any kind of scenario where that money will go into the offset account, sit there for a little while we decide what to do with it. So it might be there 1 month, it might be 6 months, it might be a year or two, but then the money's taken back out and used for another purpose. So it's good to have it as a backup plan, but while you're not using that money, make it work for you, and it works on reducing the interest on your loan. So in this Hazy example, there's a few steps in here where they work out how much interest is saved in that 1 month. Then they work out how much is the balance after that 1 month. Now this question here, they've taken out $200,000 over 30 years, 7.2%. Monthly repayments are here, and it's going in after 2 years. So they've already worked out after 2 years, the future value is this. So now for the next step, so we're heading into that 3rd year, they're going to put that money, we've got $35,000 in an offset account against the loan. And so what you need to do is work out the calculations for that. So here, first step is calculate the interest that they save on that money going to the offset account. So if that money is going into the offset account and it's earning this much in interest, it's only there for 1 month. So we divide the interest by 12, and then we just work out that interest. It's only for 1 month. You can use your calculator for this. You can use your TVM. You can put in n equals to 1, 7.2, etc. It will work it out for you. It's exactly the same as doing this short little step here. And that just tells you how much interest is in there. So interest paid for the month, if this is the outstanding balance, and then we've reduced it by the offset amount, and then you work out how much interest you're going to pay on that. This is 1 month's interest. This is how much interest will be charged on the home loan. Then the balance at the end of that month is what is owing, plus the interest charged for that month here, and we take away our repayment, and that's our new future value of what's owing after 1 month. So currently we are 2 years and 1 month into the loan. Going into the next step is where we have, we want to find out how long it's going to take to pay off the loan. So our present value is what's owing at the end of the last time frame. Our future value is 0. Did I say present value? The future value is 0. We're paying it off and work out the n. And then once we work out the n, it tells us how long is left to pay off the loan. So it's this plus 1 month plus the 2 years we'd already started into the loan. And that's where you get your total. And you can work out how much time and money is saved. However, if you want to try a different method than that one because you find that confusing, can I encourage you to have a look at this example? Now this is an example taken from someone's assignment, so please don't replicate this, do your own work. So this is using the TVM rather than having to use the hazy version. So in this question, we're saying that after 3 years into this home loan, we want to put in an offset amount, and we want to put that amount in for 1 month. Now, the offset amount is $10,000. So first thing I need is to work out the future value after 3 years. This is just my normal calculations. Future value after 3 years is this. Currently 3 years into the loan. Now the offset's going in for 1 month. I get my TVM, I put in 1 month, I put in my new present value, the previous FV, take away the balance of the offset. I work out the new future value, so what's owing after that month, and here it is. And then I go into the next step. In the next step, it's just saying how much time is left to pay off this loan to get it down to 0. And I'm finding N. I've put the future value over here. Now be careful in this step. This offset amount of money was only in the account for 1 month. So we put it in here, we subtract it from here because it's in the other account. So it's like subtracting it. We work out the future value. In the next step, that money has now left the account. We've gone and spent it on a new car or a holiday. So that basically pops our present value back up by 10,000. You can see here 87, not 77. So the 10,000 comes back on. I put my future value to 0 and I find how long it takes off to pay off that loan. Now, so far we've had 3 years, 1 month, and then the remainder is 262.97 months. So the total time taken, 3 years, 1 month, and then the remainder of the loan is here. And you can do the conversion. The interest paid on the loan, you can work that one out. Is the payment times how long it took to pay off, subtract the amount borrowed here, and then the interest saved is that subtracted from the original amount on your original scenario. And so you can see they save $65.12. You are expecting not to save a lot of money here, right? If it's only in for 1 month, it's not going to save you a lot. So if you get a big number, double check your calculations. Now, a lot of you went in for a second scenario, whether it was 6 months or 1 year or 2 months or something like that, to show that you can use this, you can show this skill. So the same thing applies. How far in are you? You're 3 years in. There's your future value. No calculations here because it's already been calculated. Here it is. Now, over to TVM, I'm putting in for 6 months. So the future value becomes my PV. Take off the offset because it's now $10,000 in this offset account. Work out the future value. Here's a future value that's owing after those 6 months. Now, that money is going to get spent. So it has that $10,000 that I had sitting there that reduced the balance is no longer there. So the balance pops back up by 10,000. So here's my FV. I take it over to my PV and I put the 10,000 back on. So you can see here 3837. Make this equal to 0. Work out how long it takes me to pay off that loan. So this is the N calculation and I'm done. Nice, easy steps. So then the total time was the first 3 years, 36, the extra 6 months, because this is how long the offset account was in for here, and then how long it took to finish this off, total that up, convert it over, work out how much interest you paid, work out how much interest you saved. I hope this strategy works for you. I find that this is a lot easier than hazy. Good luck. You know where to find me to ask questions.